Hey guys, I'm Tom the Tech Chap, and I'm at Acer's global launch event here in New York with their biggest, baddest, craziest performance gaming laptop. This is the new Helios 700. As you can see, it's an absolute tank. Weighs, I don't even know how much. But this has a pretty cool, unique feature. Open it up, looks like a regular gaming laptop, pretty big, pretty powerful, but you can actually slide the keyboard out, revealing cooling fans, cooling pipes, and that's because inside here we've got a full-fat RTX 2080 graphics card, none of that max Q, underclock stuff, full fat, and with that extra cooling, it should remain cooler and quieter. But as you can see, it pulls right out. You get this little flappy bit at the end for the touchpad, which I'm not sure how comfortable that would be to game on, but I mean, really, you'll be using a mouse and keyboard with this. But that really is a very unique design. There's nothing else that I've seen like that. First impressions, it feels and sounds a bit plasticky and a little bit cheap. It just doesn't have much, I don't know, premium build quality about it. But then again, this is the first generation of this new Helios 700 flagship gaming laptop. Big chunky bezels, big chunky sides, all the ports you need, of course, i9 processor, the new 9th generation i9, along with this keyboard, which obviously not only moves, but is using their new Mag Force keys. Acer call it the Hyperdrift keyboard, so you don't actually have to depress the whole key in order to get the action. You can change what level you want it to be, whether it's sort of 10%, 50%, and you'll get an input like that. Although you don't get any of that sort of reassuring mechanical click you get from traditional mechanical keyboards, but it will be interesting to see how this actually feels over a longer period of time when I get this in for review. We've also got full RGB backlighting along the keyboard and a cool little LED around the trackpad. So we've got Battlefield 5 running here, and obviously it's all nice and flawless, and you can probably tell it is also high refresh rate. We're looking at 144 Hz refresh on a full HD panel, and it also supports NVIDIA's G-Sync. So as you can see, you get a really smooth gaming experience, and because it is full HD, so 1080p, paired with that RTX 2080, you really can take advantage of that high 144 Hz refresh. So this is the Helios 700, but Acer have also announced an updated Helios 300. This was actually one of my favorite gaming laptops from last year, offering a good balance between price, performance, and not being too ridiculously big. And now we get thinner bezels, a higher refresh rate display, 9th gen i7 processors, RTX 2060 or 2070 graphics, and up to 32 gigs of RAM. Starting at £1,200, I think this is going to be one to look out for. But going back to the flagship 17-inch Helios 700, and as I say, it sports 9th gen i9 processors and RTX 2070 or 2080 graphics, but it also supports up to 64 gigs of RAM. And to keep all that cool, we have Acer's new 4th generation Aeroblade 3D fans. The Helios 300 has this as well, but the 700 combines it with that unique Hyperdrift keyboard, which when you slide it forward opens up those 2 additional fans for better airflow and overclocking of both the CPU and GPU. The Helios 700 also packs in 5 speakers and a subwoofer, which is great if you're not a fan of wearing headphones or you like annoying your neighbors. As you would expect then, this thing ain't cheap. It's coming out this month, but it starts at £2,500 or $2,700. It is definitely unique, and while I wasn't able to properly benchmark it at this hands-on event, I don't think you're going to have any issues maxing out games at 1080p and hitting 144 FPS. I am a bit concerned about the build quality though, and just how durable that sliding mechanism is, but that's something I'll test in my full review. But what do you reckon though? Is it a cool design or just a bit of a gimmick? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching guys, hit that like and subscribe button below and tap that notification bell if you want to see more of my videos, and I'll see you next time right here on the Tech Chat.